Hi, this is Greg Bender, and this is my final video for the Power Project. I learned so much in this class, did so much, it's gonna be tough to squeeze it into 10 minutes, but I'll do my best, so here goes. So the context of my project was I work for a relatively small division of a large private company called Bloomberg. My organization is going through radical change as well as my division. Specifically, my division's being downsized and restructured to support a very new business model for us. And I want to change the standard job that senior management has me pigeonholed for. And also, I want to drive the new business model and rebrand myself internally and externally to my clients. So my plan is three goals or objectives: influence this technology transition and to achieve a more reasonable deadline, drive the preferred partner list that we're going to use and the workflow that the platform is going to employ, become known as an expert in derivatives and technical analysis. And number three is rebrand myself in front of our most important clients as an options expert. So for my first objective, which was influencing the important project that involves transitioning this business model during a very difficult time for me personally, professionally, and for the team. Morale is very low. My benchmark for success is pretty straightforward. It's to gain more time for the transition, to do it properly, and to gain more resources for the transition for the project. So first, I knew I needed to tell a compelling story to win advocates for my goals here. And to do that, I needed data, but not just data for data's sake, to use it to do my homework and make myself more confident when I went in front of the different stakeholders. Second, I needed to be more visible and relevant to our new broker partners. Most importantly, well, this is hard work, and these are important people, and by definition, important people are usually very busy. So it required a lot of energy and persistence, and a lot of people saying no to me and getting past gatekeepers to getting what I wanted. Third, I needed to take a bigger role in the engineering and product part of the company. And to do this, I needed to employ a lot of empathy with them because I was disagreeing with the direction that they wanted to take the platform with. Empathy has never been my strong suit, so this was definitely a challenge. Also, I needed to be mindful of the physical power presence that I had in meetings, whether it meant raising my voice at times and trying to use a controlled emotion in a strategic way, or just my posture, or just how I showed up, how I dressed, and how I presented myself. So, what happened and what did I learn from my first objective? So, I'm proud to say I was successful on all three fronts. A, I extended the timeline. B, I garnered more resources. And C, I did gain the visibility and the credit I deserved internally and externally for being the go to person for the project. So, it's hard to synthesize all the takeaways from this project and all the things I learned. But A, I think it was really critical to focus on the end goal. Like Rudy Cruz said, what did success really look like in my mind? And once I could crystallize that and be clear, then I could prioritize my action steps so they build on each other and I can gain momentum. So, and B, I needed to be reasonable and expect conflict and challenges, actually welcome them, because if you're not getting challenged, chances are you're really not changing anything. My second objective was becoming known as an expert in technical analysis and derivative strategy. So my benchmarks for success here were securing a regular TV spot on Bloomberg TV and also leveraging social media. So first, I needed to rekindle some old stale relationships with Bloomberg Media. So I focused on an anchor and a producer on one of the shows that I felt I would be relevant for. And anyone in sales would know this. I just asked for the order, and they said yes. And so far, it's been great. Second, I needed to refocus my daily workload to make time to write content. In a highly competitive trading and brokerage business, you have to stay in front of your clients consistently and add value. Your relationships are your currency, and sadly, over the years, I let many of them grow stale. Third, my goal was to increase my presence on social media. The logic here was to exploit those weak ties outside of the institutional trading community where I traditionally had my relationships. So I'm thinking of areas like retail or fintech. Um, Unfortunately, I very much underestimated the regulatory and compliance burdens of doing this, but I'm not giving up, and there's be some more on that later. So, what happened and what did I learn trying to achieve my second objective? A, leveraging the media at my own company was a huge win, and I was able to increase my brand and awareness there. B, getting in front of my clients more consistently required a lot of consistent practice in my writing, and I'm definitely getting a lot of that. C, I at least failed forward in my use of social media. I learned where my boundaries are, and I think I can come up with some creative ways to quote break some rules and eventually use this and get back on social media or actually get on social media. So more to come there. My third objective was to get back in front of my best clients and gain relevance as an options trading expert. So I knew I'll be successful here when I can secure commitments for them to trade on the new platform that we're launching. But first, I needed to identify who those clients were. So that again was all about focus and getting in front of the decision makers at these big money managers. So my logic here was to go after the accounts that could actually pay us. That may sound obvious, but as many of us know, it's very easy to get sucked into accounts that will never help you achieve your goals. Second, what my goal was to personally visit at least two important accounts a week. As Professor Pfeffer says, live visits face to face is what it's all about. Stop trying to hide behind the telephone and email. There's no substitute for face to face meetings, and it's so true. Third was my goal was to have at least 5 impactful telephone calls a week. Well, like I just said, not as great as live visits. It's better than email and instant message. But there's a lot of rejection on phone calls, a lot of no's. So it was important for me to depersonalize it. Don't take it personally. Keep at it, be persistent, and after all, it's just work. My fourth objective, frankly, was poorly designed. I wanted to just distribute market structure content. I got so busy with the other objectives and goals, I had to drop this one. What happened and what did I learn trying to achieve my third objectives? A, well, I was successful on 3 or 4 fronts. I'm very proud of that. I got a lot of help from my sales team. I was able to identify the accounts to target, and trying to be self-aware. I have realized, and journaling has definitely helped me here, that I tend to when I get stressed, I put too much on my back, and I actually don't ask for help at the very times I need the most help. And I find that people are more than willing to pitch in, especially when there's a little bit in it for themselves. B, I plowed through my visit and telephone goals. I have a powerful title at the division of my company, and I tried to leverage it to get meetings with important decision makers. So finally, I just want to wrap up and say I would be remiss if I did not thank my course facilitator, Gabrielle, and my peer coach, Shrikant. Gabrielle pushed me way outside my comfort zone, clearly has a passion for this course and the lead program. So not only did she help me achieve my objectives, she went way above and beyond the call of duty to help me navigate some tough career choices that I'm in the midst of making. Srikanth is a consummate professional. He's warm, engaging, and always willing to help and to talk and to share ideas. So thank you, Srikanth. Thank you, Gabrielle. And of course, thank you, Professor Pfeffer. I really look forward to seeing everybody at Meet Away. And thanks again. Bye.